Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making a very simple crochet top. This was inspired by a Pinterest photo that I have been seeing so many times, but I have been postponing this project. But finally we are here trying to recreate this look in crochet. And for those who would like the written pattern, it's available on all my online shops. You can find all the links in the description box below. And if you are one of those people who is interested in the actual outfit, the full outfit, maybe a top or the pants, or the top and the pants that you are seeing in this video right now, then you can visit my website and order from there. I do international shipping as well, and so it doesn't matter where you're located. So in this video I am going to use 2 strands of yarn. I came up with this idea because I didn't want something flat, so I thought using 2 strands of fingering weight yarn would give me some diversity and something interesting. So I am using robin yarn, and I'm using a yellow and a green because my pants are yellow and I want a matching top for those yellow pants. So I'm using a mustard yellow and an olive green, and then you'll need a pair of scissors. The hook I'm using is a 4mm crochet hook, but you can use any hook close to the 4mm. It can be 3.75, it could be 4.5, as long as you follow the measurements that I am about to explain to you in this video. Then you also need a measuring tape. This is key because we are going to take some measurements as we work so that this top can fit us fully. So the other thing that you'll need is a darning needle to weave in your ends, and that's it. This tutorial is going to be beginner friendly, so if you are new to crochet, just grab your hook and follow along each and every step and you'll get it right. I know that. So you're going to start off with a slip knot. This top is worked from down all the way up, so you're going to start off with a slip knot. So the way I do that, I just cross over my yarn like this so that it creates some sort of ribbon, put my hook through, and then yarn over and pull through this, but don't let go of this, and then yarn over and pull through again. And then at that point you're going to pull on this tail that we have here, and that's my slip knot. And now you're going to push so that the ring that's on the hook is tight enough. Not very tight, but at least not like this, not loose like this. So just do that, and we are going to make a chain of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have our 4 chains. We are going to go into the very first chain that we made with a double crochet. So for a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into the very first chain, pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. I have 6 because I am using a double strand. Then yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. Now you're going to do another double crochet into the same exact chain. This pattern is explained in US terms. Then you are going to go into the same exact chain with a double crochet. We want a total of 5, and the first chain 3 counts as the first one. So that means we are doing a total of 4 more double crochets into the same exact chain in order to have a total of 5 double crochets. So this is what we have right now. Now we are going to row 2. You're going to chain 3, turn your work, go into the very first stitch, this one that's attached to the chain, and you're going to place a double crochet, and then go into each of the next stitches with 1 double crochet until the second last stitch. So when it comes to the last one should be the chain 3, and on top of that chain 3, into the topmost chain, you're going to place a total of 2 double crochets. 1, and now I am placing my second double crochet into the very last stitch. So this is what your work will look like. We're going to row 3, chain 3, and the chain 3 at the beginning of the row always counts as a double crochet. Turn your work, double crochet into the same exact stitch. So that means the very first stitch now has 2 stitches, which creates an increase. That's why you're seeing the triangular shape forming. Then you're going to go into each of the next stitches with 1 double crochet until the second last stitch. And when you come to the last one, which should be a chain 3, you go into the topmost chain with a total of 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. Now for row 4 onwards, we are going to just repeat the same exact thing, increasing on both sides of the triangle until this length measures quarter of your bust measurement without being stretched, not without being stretched. So I'm considering a bust measurement of 32 inches. So divide by 4, that will be 8 inches. That's why I'm holding like this. So I'm going to continue to grow my triangle until the base of my triangle measures the 8 inches without being stretched. So we are back, and I have my 8 inches as I had promised. I did a total of 15 rows in order to achieve the 8 inches at the base of the triangle. So you are now going to count the number of stitches that you have across the base of the triangle. For me, that is a total of 33 stitches, including the chain 3 at the beginning of the row. And you're going to make the same exact number of chains on this side to extend the top, plus 2. So since I have 33 stitches here, I'm going to do 33 chains plus 2, which will be a total of 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I have my 35 chains all together, and now you are going to go into the 4th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th you're going to place a double crochet and continue to double crochet into each and every chain until we get back to the body of the original panel. Okay, so we are almost on the body of the triangle, and you're just going to cross over and continue to work double crochets into each and every stitch until the end of your row. Please note that this row doesn't have any increases, and when we get to the last stitch we shall only place 1 double crochet into it. We are now coming to the end of the row, and you're going to go into the top of the chain 3 and place only 1 double crochet in there. So this marks the end of our very first long row. And now for the next row, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and you're going to go into the next stitch, not this one this time because we are not increasing. So you go into the next stitch with 1 double crochet and continue to double crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. So from now on, we are going to just work plain rows of double crochets until we get the full coverage that we need for our size. I'll be letting you know how many rows to do for the different sizes, and also how many rows that I did for the size extra small. And yeah, let me just go ahead and do plain rows of double crochets until my work builds up. The sides should be straight because we are not increasing. We are only increasing on the coverage that we need, because this line is going to be right below your bust. So just continue to work back and forth, chain 1, chain 3, turn, 1 double crochet into each and every stitch, then chain 3, turn, 1 double crochet into each and every stitch. Alright, so I went ahead to do a total of 12 rows right from the very first row here. After extending my top to the side, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. But you are going to go ahead and make as many rows as you need for your coverage. Now this, I think the best way to explain it is from the top of your bust to the bottom of your bust. That's what you should make, but this should be really okay for a size extra small. And for the bigger sizes, you're going to add 2 rows. Now for the medium, you'll do a total of 14 rows. Large, you do a total of around 16 rows. Extra large, 18 rows, so that we get a higher coverage for our top. So this is what you'll have. And after this, I'm going to chain 1 and cut my yarn, because I want the edging color to be solid. So I'm going to choose one of these colors. You can go for either the yellow or the green, but if you are using one color, one strand of yarn, then you don't need to go through the process of separating the yarn right now. But for me, I decided that my edge will have one solid color, and I think I'm going for green. I think I prefer my edges to be a little bit darker than the main body of the top. So I'm going to use green to work on the edging as well as the straps, and that's the next step. I've used my yarn winder to make 2 balls of yarn, 2 small cones of yarn, and I'm going to use a double strand because that's the basic material that I'm using for my top. You're going to make a slip knot like that, and then you are going to make a chain of 100 or 150, because we have to tie up and then it comes through these corners at the bottom. So I think I'll make a total of 200 to just be on the safe side. If they're so long, then I'll cut them. So I'm just making a normal chain of 200. So I have my 200 chains here, and what I'm going to do is to make a row of single crochets all the way across. So I'm going to start from this side with the tail that I cut off. Just go into each and every stitch with 1 single crochet all the way across the top of your garment. Okay, so when you are done working your row of single crochets all the way across, you are going to continue after your last single crochet into the very last stitch. You are going to continue to chain a total of the number of chains that we had on this side. So I had 200 on this side. I'll go ahead and chain a total of 200 on the opposite side. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just go ahead and do the same exact number of chains on both of the sides of your top. So I'm back with my 200 chains, and you can see the contrast between the edging color and the main body of the top. So after this, you'll chain 1, cut your yarn, and now what I'm going to do, if you'd like to create an edging around the bottom, the sides, and all the way around the top, you can go ahead and do that, but I'm not going to do that. I feel like this is just enough. So you're going to decide what side is your right side, and you're going to weave in all your ends towards the back side of your top. Make sure you always weave in your ends on the back side. So for me, I determined the back side by seeing the wrong side of my last row of the single crochets. The moment I'm done with that, I'll look for the next tail, which will be at the very beginning of your work, and you're going to weave in this tail as well on the wrong side of the work. Okay. And after this, you can cut all your tails, especially these ones at the end of the straps. You can get rid of them as well. And now we have a clean top without any tails or ends to weave in. Now you're going to turn your work to the wrong side, and this is how we are going to wear our top. I usually get some people who are struggling with how to tie the tops and all that, so I thought in this video it would be really key to direct you guys on how to wear the top. So you're going to follow this line, that very first row of the long row. So you're going to just go 1 stitch in or 2 stitches in to be a little bit more secure, but I'll do 1 stitch in like that, and then you'll bring this one and cross it over to the opposite side. So this was the use of the long straps. As you can see, we needed them long because they were supposed to cross over like this, and then at the end of it all, this is how you will tie your project. And if you're to notice, remember halter tops are a little bit thinner here, a bit more narrow, so they just run across the chest. But the fact that we have this length that's way too wide, we're going to get a draping effect when we tie this around the neck. You can see that fold, it will automatically occur. So I'm going to take some photos on my dummy to just demonstrate that for you, and this is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this simple and easy tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.